Welcome to Lesson 6 of Apache Mastery. Today we're tackling htaccess, the feature that single-handedly keeps Apache relevant in shared hosting and WordPress. Drop a file into any web folder and Apache reads it on every request. No reload, no root, no permission. That's the power. But it also costs you performance, hides config across your file system, and turns debugging into a scavenger hunt. So we'll cover 4 pieces. What it actually is, the AllowOverride gate that controls it, where it genuinely saves you, and where it quietly haunts you. Here's the roadmap. First, the mechanics. A file literally named .htaccess sits in a folder, and Apache rereads it on every single request to that folder and everything below it. No restart, no root. Second, the master gate, AllowOverride, which decides whether Apache even looks at your file and lets you unlock capabilities in 4 granular categories instead of going all or nothing. Third, where it shines, shared hosting, WordPress rewrites, dev-controlled routing. And fourth, where it quietly wrecks you, performance, debugging across nested folders, and config that lives on the server instead of your repo. By the end, you'll know when the answer is yes, and when it's a hard no. So, let's open that gate. AllowOverride breaks down into 4 categories, and each one is the key to a specific drawer of directives. File info unlocks the URL layer, rewrite rule, redirect, headers. That's your WordPress permalinks. Authconfig handles password protection, the classic lock-on admin. Limit covers access control, blocking IPs and the like. And options governs directory behavior, turning off indexes so visitors can't browse your folders. 1 key per category. You enable only what that directory actually needs. Now here's the mechanic that explains why people complain about htaccess performance. For every single request, Apache walks up the directory tree from the file outward, checking for a byte htaccess at each level. Admin, then shop, then www, then var. And yes, even root. Every match gets merged, with more specific rules winning. That's 5 stat, calls per request, even when the files don't exist. Multiply that by every asset on every page, and you start to see the bill. But despite that cost, there are 3 patterns where htaccess genuinely earns its keep. You'll write them again and again. First, WordPress pretty URLs. That rewrite cond pair checks the request isn't a real file or directory before funneling everything through index.php. Second, password protecting a folder, a 30-second auth gate with 0 app code changes, perfect for htaccess or staging. Third, blocking abusive IPs live without a root shell or an Apache restart. Memorize these shapes. They solve real problems the Vost plus reload dance simply doesn't solve as cleanly. Now flip the coin. Apache's own docs literally tell you to avoid htaccess if you can. And there are 3 concrete reasons why. 1. Performance. Every request triggers a stat call at every directory level, looking for an htaccess that may not even exist. 2. Debugging hell. Multiple files merge silently with no log, no shadow warning, and Apache 2CTL's config dump won't show them because they're read at request time. 3. The audit gap. Your Vosts live in Git. Htaccess on production usually doesn't. 3 months later, nobody knows when that redirect appeared. So how do you actually decide? 3 questions in order. Do you have root on the box? If no, htaccess isn't a choice. It's your only lever. Are you on WordPress, cPanel, or Plesk? Then use it. Fighting the platform costs more than the performance hit ever will. Do your app developers need to change rules without pinging ops? If yes, the workflow win beats the trade-offs. Everything else? AllowOverride. None in your Vost. Rules inside a directory block. That's the production-grade default. Now let's zoom out and ask the deeper question. If htaccess is so flawed, why does it still exist? 3 reasons it earned its place. First, the ops dev split without root. On shared hosting, the customer literally has no other lever. Nginx simply cannot do this. Second, WordPress. Pretty permalinks, plugin auto updates, the installer itself, all of it writes htaccess. Half the web runs on Apache because of this one file. And third, even on dedicated boxes, edits apply on the next request. No reload, no connection churn. For zero-touch deploys at scale, there's no Nginx equivalent. So with that grounding, here's the cheat sheet worth printing. The rule is simple. Start at none and walk up only as far as you need to. Pure backend at scale? None. Kill the stat walks entirely. WordPress? File info plus options equals all covers permalinks and you're done. Auth-only gate, auth config, nothing more. And that bottom row, AllowOverride, all for everything, that's a dev box convenience, not a production posture. Pick the smallest unlock that works. Time to actually do this. 3 drills in order. First, 15 minutes. Lock down an admin directory with basic auth, real HTTPS SWD, real 401, real 200. Second, 10 minutes. Build the WordPress front controller rewrite without WordPress, just to prove you understand what those 4 lines actually do. And third, the one that matters most, 20 minutes deliberately breaking it. Misspell a directive, watch the 500. Then flip AllowOverride to none, and watch your file get silently ignored with 0 warnings. That second failure mode is the one that bites you in production, and the only way to internalize it is to feel it once. Once you've felt those failures, you'll recognize them everywhere. So here are the 5 mistakes that account for almost every htaccess support ticket. The pattern is brutally consistent. Edit the file, nothing changes, no error, no log. 9 times out of 10, that's AllowOverride none at the parent. The other 4, forgetting to A2nmod rewrite, using absolute paths inside a per-folder context, deploying live edits with no Git history, and reaching for the deprecated limit block. Each trace back to misunderstanding scope. Memorize the symptoms. The fix is almost always 1 line. And that wraps Lesson 6. You now own the walk-up mechanism, the 4 AllowOverride categories that actually matter, the legitimate use cases, and, just as important, the honest trade-offs that tell you when to walk away from htaccess entirely. Next up is the one everyone's been waiting for, mod rewrite. Rewrite engine, rewrite rule, rewrite cond, and the flags that quietly decide whether your redirects help or break production. See you in Lesson 7.